God. Oh God. Oh God.
What's up, world? Another episode of the Lone Wood Podcast. So basically, come again, bearing bad news once again. So basically, this one's involving the church. If you're familiar with Hillsong, United Church, and those different branches they have, basically, the global pastor Brian Houston has resigned from his position because of incidents that happened within the past 10 years involving two different women. Apparently, it was investigated. The church, accepted his resignation. So. If you're not familiar, basically back in January, he had stepped down basically on some other things. Apparently he was concealing child sex abuse claims. That's for another video, but either way, he had stepped down back in January because of that. But today, literally today, he basically actually, he put in his resignation, and the board at the church actually accepted the resignation. So if you're not familiar with basically what's been going on or why he actually decided to resign, basically, the two incidents happened, like I said, within like the past 10 years. So the first incident happened like about 10 years ago. Apparently, he was sending inappropriate messages to another staff member, in which the staff member actually ended up. So the article I read is I read from USA Today. I'm show the article in this video too when I'm doing editing and whatnot. But with that being said, basically it didn't go into detail what the messages said, but basically said that he did send some inappropriate text messages to his staff member, and then it went on to say that staff member resigned, and he apparently apologized after, but he said he was under the influence of sleeping tablets, and apparently he was addicted to sleeping tablets, so he had to get professional help for that. Basically, his dependence on the medication, and like I said, he immediately apologized. So that was the first incident about 10 years ago. Okay, so second incident basically happened in 2019. So more recent, you know what I'm saying? Basically, he said he was disoriented after a session at the Hillsong conference, and that led to him consuming anti-anxiety medication and drinking alcohol, which I don't know what his reasoning was for that, because that literally sounds like a lovely combination for trying to kill yourself, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so apparently after he took, his medicine and alcohol together, that great mixture, he went to the hotel room of another female, and basically they said he spent time with her. It doesn't, once again, doesn't go into detail, and I mean, we're not gonna play the assumption game because we don't know. I mean, but we're not gonna play the assumption game. That's all I'm gonna say. So basically, the church ended up investigating both the incidents, and they found out he was in violation of, they have their Hillsong pastor's code of conduct. So, based on both instances, he was in violation of that. So, like I said, on Wednesday or today, basically he resigned and they accepted resignation. So, there's a little bit of background on Houston. He founded the church in 1983, and basically about that, the controversy about the concealing the child abuse that actually dealt with his father. Supposedly he knew that his father had abused a child, and he didn't come forth with the information. And then Hillsong also has recently been publicized based on the Carl Lynch situation, which is just some more mess. So my reason behind this is why I made this video, why I kind of report on these kind of things, is because it's kind of like a men in a church issue, like, you know what I'm saying? So I think I'll just check as a man first, basically, and just in these positions. Me personally, this video in the beginning didn't basically tell you what I am. I'm a cop, you know what I'm saying? And I think just speaking from a man's perspective, like, we're bound to lose like focus. It's so many things that can distract us. That actually is more of not even just a man thing. It's just a societal thing. We can lose focus so quick. You can literally go on your phone and be on Facebook and be on there for like an hour has passed, and you're like, oh my goodness, you know what I'm saying? Like, just we're so bound, to get just distracted in life. You know what I'm saying? I think as a man, we fall into this trap. You know what I'm saying? Like, in these positions we have, we can't fall victims to not having accountability. And I'm bringing that back to me and my job because basically I'm bound to lose it. My department literally has fired like 4 or 5 officers within since like this year. You know what I'm saying? For all types of controversies. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care how high you are and where you're at. You gotta have some form of accountability. Me personally, I'm bound to lose. I got a lot of stress in this job. We work long hours. Work 12-hour shifts. I deal with multiple different people on a daily basis with drugs and wanting to commit suicide. I've had guns pulled on me. I've had I've showed up on in progress robberies, in progress burglaries. Like literally, like with my job, I'm bound to just get off of work, get a bunch of drinks, and drown myself to sleep with beer, alcohol, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm bound to do that. Now I don't because, like I said, I have my own accountability. I got my friends and I got my family and I got prayer. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's the three things that keep me grounded. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it seems like these people in these certain positions, they get so high that they just don't have a community around them. And other examples could be Carl Lentz. I don't think anybody was around him while he decided, start meeting with certain woman and end up cheating on his wife. Ravi Zacharias. And that was kind of sad because of the way it happened too. Like Ravi Zacharias, great man that in apologetics he stuck up for the faith a lot in debates against atheists. And when he died, it came out, that he was having inappropriate conduct at massage parlors they owned. You know what I'm saying? You got John Gray. He had issues too. With cheating on his wife. So it's crazy. These people when they get to these positions, I think they just kind of like throw accountability out the window, and I think that's the biggest issue of why these situations keeps happening. You know what I'm saying? I did another video with Garvey. He was a Christian rapper slash producer. He's had issue too where he basically was sending inappropriate messages to women involving his genitals. You know what I'm saying? And basically that got exposed, and so I mean it's so much going on. And like I said, I don't think we're being accountable. And if we are being accountable for actions with people, I don't think we're telling the truth. I remember one time back in the day, when I was in a Bible study when I was in Texas. I used to be in the army as well. Um, I was in a Bible study group, and it was dope how we did. Like we had the whole Bible study, and then we would break it up where the men go with the men talk and the women go with the women talk. And I legit told in the men's group I was like yo, like I legit watched porn the other day. You know what I'm saying? I told him, and you feel me? And we prayed on it because yeah, I mean like, and that's another thing. You can get men to get distracted by porn. That's a big one too. But yeah, so we talked about it and we prayed about it because like that was the issue. You know what I'm saying? Even the guy that I admitted to, he actually said before he was married, he had a issue with porn too. And yeah, he fought it. He basically quit it, and he said right before he was about to get married, like the urge came back really strong, but he was able to fight it. You know what I'm saying? Now he's a pastor in Texas and doing his thing. At the time he was just an assistant pastor. We actually moved on to another church and became like an actual head pastor. But yeah, so like so that was like that's just like my form of accountability that I had. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, I'm back in Florida now. I'm Cabo, Florida, and I still got my people that I talk to. You know what I'm saying? I got my brother. He's actually in the Air Force too. Not my actual brother, but like my brother in faith and just my damn near my brother. We grew up together basically. And just we still talk to this day. That's my dude. We actually came to the faith near the same time period. It's kind of crazy how that all worked out, but that's another story for another day as well. But yeah, he's my accountability. We talk, we both tell each other the issues we going through, and we keep like that. Then I got my friends from work. I don't like hanging around with friends from work. That's like the wild part is like the more down to earth people. That's people that I hang around with. Outside working. Talk about issues, and just chill, kick back, live life, and love life. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I keep myself grounded and keep myself accountable. And also I got other outlets. I box, I do trail runs, and I run marathons and all that good stuff. So I have my outlets too. So that's how I handle it. But I think these people they get in positions where it's not they may feel it's not necessary. Like I know so much about the Bible, that I don't need, the Bible study group. You know what I'm saying? You always need a community around you, male or female. You need community around you. 'Cause if you think you're gonna, ride this life solo, good luck. I mean, even though the name of my podcast may be a little strange, like what your podcast says, Long Wolf Podcast. Yeah, but there's a reason behind why I detail that. But just keep in mind, telling you that now, but basically does not mean that I walk alone. You feel me? I do not. Um, so my big thing is I want to point out is I'm tired of these controversies happening with the church. It's really not a good look. It's kind of hard when you're trying to make disciples and they're bringing up these situations too. You're like, dang, how I'm going? It's like how, you trying to talk to them about that, and they ain't hitting you up with these stories. It's like so it's kind of hard, man. I mean, these days, man, it's tough. It is tough. I understand. It's so, like I said earlier, it's so many ways to be distracted in this world, you know. And then on top of that, so many issues going on in the world too. You got like Ukraine situation playing out with Russia, you know. Literally like a Chinese flight the other day with like 130 passengers just crashed and like they didn't find any survivors as of now. So I mean, so many issues in the world, so many things to be distracted by. I just want men and women of the faith to just keep fighting. And most of all, when it comes to these situations like this, I want you to pray for people too. I think with Christians we get into a habit where we always say that we're gonna pray for this person, and it's like a saying, but it never happens. You know what I'm saying? So I ask everybody, just hold these people, Brown Houston, Carl Lentz, John Gray, hold all these people in prayer. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's definitely needed with this world and just everything, man. So like I said, I'm tired of the church going through these issues because it's hard. It is hard. And it's tough to see, kind of heartbreaking to see because like these issues, most of them involve kids. Garvey, he had kids. Carl Lentz had kids, wife and kids. You know what I'm saying? Like these, I'm pretty sure Brown Houston has a wife because he founded a church with his wife. I don't remember her name, but he has wives, and I'm pretty sure he has kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's just rough to see these stories, bro. It really is. So if there's any big takeaways you can take away from this is have accountability. Don't let have accountability. Accept I'm saying it wrong. Accept you are a sinner. Confess your sins. Biblically, confess your sins. I mean, that's a biblical statement that you need to confess your sins. You can't hide from God. Let's keep it. You cannot hide from God. You can try. You can say I'm not gonna pray tonight because I know I've sinned. Like it's not gonna work, player. It's not gonna work. So admit your sins, release them. But God says basically separate your sins as far as east is from the west. If you actually admit them, so admit your sins. Do not get too big for counseling, therapy, counseling. I'm a big proponent of that. I really when I'm on scene with people that I know is going through some issues like with their wife or their boyfriend, I really tell them you need to go to therapy because it's only so much I can do. Like I can't just sit here and preach to you all day about what you need to fix, what you need to get right. You need to go to therapy. You got your money, go to therapy. If you don't, go find a church, and see if they got some counseling services free. Because I be telling them like you need it. Like I like me, I can't be your fixer, and it's half hour I got with you trying to fix your problems. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take extra work. And if you're willing to do that, you might be able to get in a better relationship, or fix the one you're in right now. So if you have an issue too, you're watching this video, have issues, yeah, seek out therapy, seek out counseling, whatever. I'm a big proponent of that. There's no shame in that. Nowadays, you see every other day somebody's admitting they have mental health issues. It happens. So just men, mainly I'm going to focus on men because I'm a man, like I said. Just bro, just try to get yourself right, man. Like we don't need it any more issues like this. We need to be like men that's just shining the light in the darkness. We can't be in the darkness trying to light the room. You know what I'm saying? Like we're falling to traps, but we're actually being in the darkness. You know what I'm saying? And we're just getting shrouded by it. So I want us to get back to that point where we're just we're actually showing what true godly men look like. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of Tony Evans. He's big on that. Kingdom men. And that's what I feel we need to try to get back to because these scandals is rough. These aren't like these. You're not seeing women having scandals. You're not seeing Joyce Meyer with scandals. You're not seeing like these female women. Like it's the men that's falling apart right now, and we need to get back together because if we don't, we're already in what we can call post-Christian America, and it's gonna keep going that way if we don't get together. So my wish, my hope, my love, my heart goes out to everybody affected, and just my hope is that we all try to get better than this. So once again, the biggest thing I believe we can do is actually put these people in our prayers too, and just keep pushing forward. You know, to the sinners and the saints, you know, of this world, the saints keep pushing forward, man. And may the sinners, I pray that you know they come to God before it's too late. You know what I'm saying? But either way, man, peace, love, and happiness, man. I hope y'all do good and move on with the rest of this week with valor, confidence, and true faith. So love y'all. Peace out.